A Ukrainian drone is pursuing a Russian soldier attempting to escape on a motorcycle across open terrain. The operator steadily closes the distance and prepares to commit to the engagement. At that moment, another Russian soldier unexpectedly rides past at high speed from a different direction, crossing directly in front of the drone. Recognizing the closer and more exposed target, the operator immediately shifts course, accelerates after the second motorcycle, and rapidly descends to commit to the engagement before the rider can reach cover. The following situation unfolds along a dirt road in the Pokrovsk direction, where a Ukrainian drone is conducting a routine patrol over a frequently used frontline supply route. Moments into the flight, the operator spots a Russian soldier riding a motorcycle ahead along the road. The drone immediately turns and begins closing the distance from behind. Below, the rider remains focused on the rough terrain ahead, completely unaware that an aircraft is rapidly approaching from the rear. Only in the final moments, as the drone surges forward to commit to the engagement, does the soldier glance back over his shoulder. But by then, the reaction comes far too late. The following situation unfolds in a village near the Chasiv Yar direction that has been heavily damaged after months of intense fighting. While scanning the ruins, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects two Russian soldiers moving cautiously between collapsed buildings in search of cover. Moments later, the operator observes both men climbing into a concealed bunker hidden beneath the rubble. After confirming the location, nearby Ukrainian strike drone operators are directed to the site. Within seconds, the FPV drone approaches at low altitude, lines up with the bunker entrance, and rapidly commits to the engagement before the soldiers can relocate deeper inside. A Ukrainian bomber drone releases a munition toward a Russian soldier attempting to cross an exposed grass field. The initial strike fails to stop his movement, and realizing the danger, he immediately breaks into a panicked sprint across the open ground, with no meaningful cover in sight. Just as he is about to reach a nearby tree line, the drone drops a second munition toward his position. After the second attack, the soldier appears injured and can only crawl a short distance away before stopping. He sets his rifle beside him, checks the weapon carefully, and begins loading fresh ammunition, seemingly preparing for a final course of action. Rather than attacking again, the drone remains overhead, silently observing every movement. After several moments of inspecting the weapon and firing a few test shots, the soldier makes one final decision. The drone continues watching from above until all visible movement comes to an end. According to released footage, Ukraine's 414th USF Brigade Wormbusters detected a Russian soldier concealed in tall grass and dense brush during a reconnaissance mission. After confirming the position from above, a nearby Ukrainian drone was directed to the location, rapidly approached the target, and committed to the engagement before the soldier could relocate or find better cover. A Ukrainian drone lies in wait among the trees when a Russian soldier carrying a fuel container unexpectedly walks into the area. Startled after spotting the concealed drone, he immediately turns and runs in panic. But the attempt comes too late. The drone rapidly accelerates, closes the short distance, and commits to the engagement before the soldier can escape the forest path. Inside a small ruined house near the front line, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier hiding among the damaged interior. After confirming the position from above, a nearby Ukrainian strike drone is directed to the location. Within moments, it approaches the building at low altitude, enters through the damaged structure, and rapidly commits to the engagement before the soldier can relocate. This sequence once again highlights a poor tactical pattern among Russian infantry, moving alone across exposed ground. A Ukrainian drone conducts a routine sweep over an area known for repeated frontline clashes, where isolated soldiers are often seen attempting to cross open fields. During the patrol, the operator detects a faint figure moving quickly across the terrain. The drone immediately closes in and identifies a Russian soldier trying to reach the tree line ahead. Before he can make it into cover, the aircraft descends sharply. The soldier panics, starts running, then loses balance and falls as the drone cuts off his movement. The following footage was recorded near the Vovchansk direction during a reconnaissance mission over a village devastated by months of heavy fighting. With most buildings reduced to rubble, a Ukrainian drone scans the ruined streets from above and soon detects a lone Russian soldier moving through the destruction. Realizing he has been spotted, the soldier suddenly panics and attempts to flee, but the drone is already closing the distance and rapidly commits to the engagement. Not far away, a second Ukrainian drone speeds toward another Russian soldier, who continues walking, completely unaware of the danger approaching from behind, until the aircraft closes in and launches its attack. According to released footage, Marines from Ukraine's Belinka unit continued operations near Vovchansk, focusing on frontline engagements while also contributing to future prisoner exchanges intended to help bring captured Ukrainian personnel home. In this sequence, a Russian soldier chooses to surrender rather than continue fighting, illustrating an alternative outcome that Ukrainian forces have repeatedly encouraged. The footage contrasts this decision with the ongoing intensity of combat in the area, where drone surveillance and frontline operations continue without pause. It highlights that, alongside sustained military pressure, opportunities to surrender remain available for Russian soldiers who choose to lay down their weapons rather than continue the engagement. According to released footage, a Ukrainian drone intercepted an enemy boat as it attempted to transport personnel or supplies toward the Tenderivska Spit in the Kherson direction. The vessel was detected while crossing open water, allowing the drone to quickly close the distance and carry out the strike before it could reach its intended destination. Near the Lyman direction, a Ukrainian bomber drone detects two Russian soldiers crossing an exposed field before moving into a dense patch of brush to take cover and rest. After confirming their location, the drone hovers quietly above the concealed position, observing their movements and assessing the terrain. Once the operators verify the target, the aircraft begins releasing a series of munitions into the vegetation, maintaining pressure from above as the soldiers remain pinned inside the limited cover. The following sequence unfolds along a forest edge, where heavy fighting has repeatedly taken place. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a group of 3 Russian soldiers moving into the trees in search of concealed positions. Moments later, one of them sits beneath a bush and takes out his phone, focusing entirely on the screen without noticing the danger approaching from above. A nearby Ukrainian FPV drone quickly arrives and closes the distance, committing to the engagement before the soldier can react. Not far away, one of his teammates immediately retreats deeper into the forest, but in doing so, unintentionally reveals the hiding place of another soldier concealed behind nearby vegetation. A second Ukrainian drone rapidly redirects toward the newly exposed position and commits to the engagement. As panic spreads through the area, the remaining soldiers scatter through the woods. One soldier, believing he can avoid detection, presses himself flat against the ground and remains completely motionless. The final drone steadily approaches, maintains visual contact, and descends to commit to the engagement as the soldier continues hoping his concealment will go unnoticed. The following situation unfolds along a dirt road near the front line, where a Russian soldier is seen riding a bicycle with a supply crate strapped to the rear, likely returning after collecting provisions. Moments later, a Ukrainian strike drone is dispatched toward the moving target. As the drone rapidly closes the distance, the soldier suddenly stops the bicycle, seemingly realizing that danger is approaching from above. Believing that remaining completely still might prevent detection, he stands motionless beside the bicycle. The drone continues its controlled approach without changing course, then rapidly descends and commits to the engagement before the soldier can take cover. According to released footage, Ukraine's 3rd Operational Brigade Spartan, including the Black Sky Battalion, conducted sustained FPV drone operations in the Pokrovsk direction as fighting across the front line continued at high intensity. The recordings capture Russian soldiers moving individually across fields, tree lines, and damaged positions, often without visible coordination or nearby support. Many appear to advance with limited situational awareness, making their movement easier to detect from above. Once reconnaissance drones establish visual contact, nearby FPV units are rapidly directed toward confirmed positions. Across multiple engagements, soldiers attempt to seek cover or continue forward. But the combination of continuous aerial surveillance and rapid drone response leaves few opportunities to avoid detection. The footage illustrates how persistent drone operations increasingly shape battlefield movement, placing constant pressure on exposed infantry operating without effective air defense, electronic protection, or coordinated support.